Okay, everybody. This is the metabolic reset. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am Mary Brian Stewart, and I am the nutrition and health coach here at Family Functional Medicine. We're doing a Facebook Live and at the same time simultaneously holding a weekly open office hours with our program patients. I've been doing the metabolic reset for about 5 years now. We've done about 9 rounds. This will be our 10th round. Um, it's great to do a metabolic reset, especially like after the summer fun or after the holiday season. That's the reason why we have September and January. We have done a lot of indulgences. You've gone out with friends and family, eaten food that you may not normally eat. You might be feeling gross. So, those are all good reasons to do a metabolic reset. You had a great time making summer memories, and you may have picked up a few bad habits in the meantime. Maybe you ate extra treats, or maybe you skipped a workout, or you stayed up too late watching a movie, going to a show, hanging out with friends. But it's a great way to get everything back in start. Mm. The benefits of a metabolic reset is normally, you need one when you find yourself are tired or you can't think straight, like, Lord, I know I'm supposed to be doing something, but I can't remember why. Or you have excess joint pain or joint pain. A lot of people have discovered they do a metabolic reset, their joint pain miraculously goes away. You're carrying excess weight. You're jonesing all the time for a sweet treat. And you may discover after doing a metabolic reset, what you thought was sweet was super sweet. And then what you find now sweet is totally different. Maybe you're having more breakouts. Excuse me. Maybe you're finding yourself more irritable because you've been eating more sugar and refined carbs and all that vacation foods. You've not been moving much. You've had more alcohol. All these things. The impact of these summer fun indulgence are like maybe now when you eat a meal, you just feel so bloated. And you may not be eating a lot of food, but you're just like uncomfortable. Or maybe you've been out having a few drinks with friends. Not shaming alcohol, but it is something we will give up for the metabolic reset. Or you're super stressed trying to get all your work done so you can go out and have that fun with friends and family and your kids. So. These summer indulgences may leave you with your metabolism that is totally out of whack. You don't understand why you are eating minimal foods, but you can't lose weight. Your hormones are wacky. Your hair is dry. Your skin is crackly. You can never get enough moisture, moisture in it all the time. You're fatigued. Maybe your digestion is slow. You don't poop as often. Maybe you poop once a week instead of pooping every day and giving nice, beautiful banana-shaped poops. Right, TMI, huh? But pooping is something we all do. Maybe you're irritable and cranky, or you find you're more irritable certain times a day. Those are all reasons to do a metabolic reset. Um, Here's a little bit of thing about sugar and its effects on our body. This is a continuous glucose monitor from a woman called Glucose Goddess, Jessie Shepe. She's a biochemist and she does a lot of things about continuous glucose monitors and its effect on bodies. And note, everybody is bio-individual. So what causes one person to raise their blood sugar may not cause another, such as blueberries, which is our low sugar fruit, generally does not spike people's blood sugar, but other people it might. Beans generally don't spike people's blood sugar, but other people they do. I've had experience coaching people with both those issues. So it's so bio-individual. And the research that's coming out now is actually showing how bio-individual it is. But for the most part, cake. You eat it, look, your blood sugar goes right up through the roof. And it comes down a couple hours later, and then you're like hungry. You're craving things, you're hangry, and you go for a cup of coffee or a cookie. That's the reason why you need to do a metabolic reset and make sure you're eating good food. Another thing that can cause your blood sugar to spike up would be a super stressful meeting. you're not prepared, or maybe people are asking you a whole bunch of questions that make you feel really uncomfortable. That will also raise your blood sugar. And you have a regular meeting where you feel very cooperative and everybody's contributing and you don't feel like you're on the line, your blood sugar really doesn't move. So tell me, what summer habit have you created for yourself? You don't have to tell me right now, but think about it. Or if you're in Facebook world, you can drop a comment and tell um, the moderators what your summer habits that you've picked up. We've all picked up bad summer habits. You go on vacation, you start having ice cream every night. It is normal. So maybe this habit has left you out of balance. Maybe it's a habit that it's time to change. So what is a metabolic reset? So metabolic reset is a core principle of eating whole, real foods. So you're going to focus on dense foods like protein, vegetables, healthy fats. Ideally, we should be looking at animal protein, fish, meat, chicken, poultry. Obviously, poultry and chicken are the same thing. Going to be removing all grains, even rice and quinoa. You'll be allowed to have dairy, but only ghee, because ghee is free of lactose and casein, which are two things in dairy products that have a tendency to cause people digestive issues, brain issues, achiness, different bodily experiences. Legumes are optional. We first started this program and taking legumes out. Um, some people have discovered after doing the original version that there were legumes that actually made their body not happy. So it is a personal choice. Obviously, it can be a carb hit for some. We're going to be concentrating on hydration, making sure you're drinking half your body weight in ounces with a little bit of electrolytes, sea salt, lemon slice, cucumber slice, lime slice, something like that. Going to be making sure that you're doing some sort of daily movement. Movement after you eat, after every meal. I mean, do a short walk, do 30 squats, maybe 10 push-ups, something to just help balance the food that you've eaten. And then you're going to also focus in on sleep. Make sure you're going to bed at a consistent time, rising at a consistent time, shooting for those 7 to 8 hours, because having 7 to 8 hours of sleep is when our bodies do all the work of detoxifying. The liver is working, our brain is clearing out all the toxins and getting rid of all the garbage and taking it out in the waste cycle of peeing and pooping. So when you do a metabolic reset, you may find that you have more energy and better mental clarity. You may find you've reduced the bloat and you are now pooping every day. Maybe you're pooping twice a day. You're finding your hormones are balanced. You're not craving food like you normally do.
Really
You may
mad.
even have started to lose weight. Many people look for that. I have seen people actually have reduced their blood pressure and not have to take blood pressure medication afterwards. In fact, one participant surprised her cardiologist, and he was so pleased that she no longer had to take blood pressure medication. So Amy did one of our metabolic resets a few years ago, and she loved it because it had the framework that included lots of healthy choices, what she could eat, and she quickly understood how her body responded to foods. No, when Amy came to us and did this metabolic reset, she was a vegan. She didn't feel right eating foods for moral reasons. But she leaned in and tried it, and she found, there's an abundance choice of foods for her to eat, that she was able to heal her body from the inside out, found her inflammation down, lost 20 pounds, and she loved the support of the daily reminders and the biweekly meetings. Side note, Amy and her husband did it together, and over like 3 months, 3 to 4 months, they together lost over 80 pounds by just leaning into eating whole, real foods. Katie was one of our original participants. She absolutely was another one that enjoyed the blood pressure dropped, that she could get back into clothes, that her mood was better. She discovered certain foods made her not a pleasant person to be around, that she had energy to do the things she wanted, and she discovered her skin became radiant. I've had many people say, "Oh my God, my skin feels the best I've ever felt," or best that I can remember. So think about pressing the reset button, and after all your summer fun, and there's many reasons to do that. We have the structure of going back to school. Maybe the grandkids are going back to school. Your kids are going back to school. Maybe you're a teacher. You're getting the structure of back to school. Every time this is, 5 days a week, this is my schedule. So you have a normal eating time at morning, at lunch, at dinner. If you're a parent, you can model healthy foods for your family. You'll discover better health as a result of doing it. And it's a great clean start before the Bermuda Triangle of the sugar holidays, which would be Halloween, Thanksgiving, and the December holidays, depending on what faith you practice. So lean into good, clean foods by doing the metabolic reset. I will be there coaching you all the way. We have a kickoff meeting in the beginning. We have a variety of recipes to choose from no cook to 20 minutes to sheet pan meals to Instapot to slow cooker. We have quick breakfasts, maybe things that you can learn to prep, quick meals. Actually, this burger salad is one of my favorites, and it is such a quick meal. You come home, cook the hamburger. If you have the dressing made ahead of time, you use the dressing right away, or you make it while the hamburger's cooking, slice up all the vegetables. Within 20 minutes or less, you have a tasty meal. This is also teen approved. In our reset, you will have shopping lists. If you are one of those people that have histamine issues, we have a histamine-friendly shopping list. There'll be a pantry list. Um, There'll be a pantry list, and excuse me, I think somebody from the office is trying to connect with me, and I can't understand the computer. There'll be a pantry list. If it's Kelly or Michelle, please text me. If it's a pantry list, there'll be one there of telling you how to shop and what foods you can have, and there'll be health tips and tricks. Okay? So, are you ready to do the metabolic reset? Because now until August 21st, it is only $169. There'll be a coupon code that you can use because it's normally $199. It will be called Fall Reset. I will give you the link. I'll put it in the Zoom, and if my colleagues can put it in the Facebook group post, that would be appreciated. And you can go and enjoy the metabolic reset. So scan to enroll if you are nearby that you can do that. Have a phone, you can do it, you're watching on a computer. Otherwise, I would love to entertain what your questions are. Okay, I'm going to stop my share. So do we have any questions about the metabolic reset? Are there any questions on the Facebook page? If you're wondering, there's going to be portable food options. There'll be a list of that. I'll tell you how to beat the sugar dragon when you're jonesing for some food, because the period of time for the week to 10 days, you might be a little cranky because you want sugar. But once you get over that hump, it's all downhill. It just makes it easy. So eating healthier will help you become better focused and create healthier habits for you and your family.
Hi, on Paige. I jumped on a little bit late, but when does it officially start?
Good question, Paige. I forgot to mention that. The kickoff meeting is September 2nd, and
Okay.
then the eating starts September 8th. And that's not hard and fast. If you sign up late, um, we'll allow it. We only allow people to come in about 5 days late because you get too far off from everybody else and it gets to be too hard.
Okay. Thank you.
You're
Can
welcome.
I ask a question, Mary?
You sure can.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so is this like a daily thing and then you suggest what we eat each day?
No, you get to choose your
No.
own meal
Yeah.
plans. There's various recipes in there,
Okay,
and you can choose what you want, but it's more of a guided. We will meet every other week, and the first meeting we'll talk about how the program works and what to expect and go through the new platform. And
okay,
then we will talk about things to expect, how to operate, maybe you troubleshoot, there's something that you're not understanding. We'll be talking about different concepts of health and food.
okay. Sounds good to me. I need a little bit of like personal coaching because I I I do really well. I've been doing really well lately since I started seeing you guys, 3, 4 months ago. And it's been so helpful, but I think I need a little more, a little more direction or maybe accountability it is, you know?
Yeah, yeah, everybody can use a little accountability. We know what to do, but if nobody's
Yeah,
watching, sometimes we're like, this doesn't really matter.
yeah, yeah. One
Oh,
day won't hurt. One piece
exactly.
of,
And you just
you
reminded
know.
me something, Michelle. In this group, there's also going to be a platform where people can chat to each other, where you can share tips and tricks that have worked for you, or maybe recipes that I haven't included that fit the parameters of the metabolic reset.
Okay.
Is that other than the Facebook group or?
Yeah, this
Oh,
it's done through a education platform called Podia, and that's where the course is through. So there's going to be uh, different modules with different tips and tricks and things that talk about our bodies and food and movement. And I'm not talking about going out and running a 5K, anyone. I'm just talking about everybody needs to have a little movement.
Yeah.
will the pantry list and the recipes and things like that, or shopping list, be available before the start date, or when does that come available so that we can prepare?
Most definitely. Should be available the end of August, beginning of September, no later than the 1st of September,
Oh, okay.
so a week ahead of time. We meet on September 2nd, and the meetings are going to be noon at on Tuesdays. And if you can't make it, they'll always be recorded, and the replays will be in the platform, the education platform.
Sounds good.
So, quick question. How long will this run for?
It's 30 days.
Okay, thank you.
And then we'll do a 10-day methodical reintroduction of foods. So you reintroduce dairy and then see how your body feels, and then you leave it out, pull it back out until the very end, and reintroduce gluten-free grains and see how your body feels, and gluten grains and see how your body feels, and then
Hmm.
sugar and see how your body feels. And then if you do beans, and then beans. Now you don't do it in necessarily that order. That was just the order that came out of my brain. Some people have chosen to reintroduce sugar first, and they discovered that that's a huge mistake. It just made them feel so sick after doing it for a month of clean eating.
All of that trial and error, though, is that all happens in 10 days?
For most people, it happens in 10 days. Um, because what you do is you do one day of trying the meal for 2 days, no, 2 days, two
Oh,
meals, excuse me,
oh, okay.
and then you take it out for 2 days and see how you feel. Then you try different food for 2 times in one day and pull it out. So you keep pulling things back out until you have totally tried everything separately. People find out certain things aren't bothering, and then they find out, oh my gosh, my body does not like X. And that does not mean that you have to always avoid it. That just means it's knowledge that you have. If you're going to eat X, you may expect to feel like X. And that's a choice we all make. It's just like people that drink a lot of alcohol. If they drink too much, they know they're going to feel crappy the next day.
Mary, I am super confused.
Okay.
Um, One, how do I find you? I'm doing it through the program Open Office Hours. And so how do I find the Facebook?
Oh, the Facebook Live is for people that aren't program members.
So I don't need it.
You do not need it. I put in the group chat the link for our metabolic resets. You can click that through the group chat. There is also in the newsletter that was sent out last week, the link for the metabolic reset. I will be sending out another reminder about the metabolic reset starting in probably next week. I'll send out another email just letting people know that we'll be starting soon.
Okay, so I know what a metabolic research reset is because I've done it before,
Mhm.
not with you guys. And you've answered a bunch of my questions. The meetings are going to be at 12 o'clock on Tuesdays. And starting about mid-September. Um, and I guess I'm answering my own questions. I don't think I got the newsletter. If I want more information, can I come by the office and pick up something?
You can come by the office and pick up something. You could call the office or email and they'll send you something. You have a plethora of options.
Okay, fantastic. I'm ready to sign up, but I've, just had lots of questions about what we're going to do and how we're going to do it, that kind of thing.
Okay, well, I can answer those now because maybe other people have those questions and I never answered it to begin with.
Um, I was a little sidetracked, so it could be that I just missed it. So we're gonna like cut out a lot of stuff and then reintroduce it and see how our body responds to it. Correct?
Yes, yes, yes. We're going to cut out all grains, even rice and quinoa, dairy with the exception of ghee, all added sugars, even sugar alcohols and artificial sweeteners, including stevia and monk fruit. If your protein powder has stevia or monk fruit, that will be allowed, but that will be the only exception. All processed foods, anything that's recreated like muffins, pancakes, waffles that are made out of allowed ingredients. Um,
Okay, Mary, for the most part, um, I'm kind of eating that way already.
mhm.
And so this would still probably be a good thing for me to jump into for the accountability and just relationships and correct?
Yes, yeah, that's part of doing it with a group. But people find when they do it with a group, there's more accountability and they, strengthen numbers and you develop some friendships along the way.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
You're welcome.
I thought of one more question.
Yes,
On the gluten part of it, how strict is that? Because gluten is in so many, hidden in so many things. Or
it's
did you not say gluten? And I
I
just,
said no, I said all grains, which includes gluten.
okay,
So it is pretty strict.
okay,
So you have to learn to read ingredients and we talk about that.
okay.
I have a question.
Hmm.
You said it's 159. Is
What
that for
169 until August, I can't remember what the date was. I think August 21st.
okay, and that's for everybody, even like the patients that are already here, right?
Yes,
Okay. Thank you.
you're welcome. Yes, Big App is awesome for checking foods. And there's also a gluten-free scanner that I love using for checking foods too.
Which ones? I use Yucca.
Yucca is another one. So Yucca, the Fig app, and then there's one that's called Gluten-Free Scanner. And all those apps are free from my memory. If I'm incorrect, I'm sure somebody will let me know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, you can click any ingredients or intolerances. Free Gap is not free. Thank you. Thank you, Kay, for letting me know. Any other questions? Oh my goodness,
Oh,
for some reason we must have missed the Facebook Live piece. It fell off. Okay, go ahead.
um, I'm looking up yucca,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a couple different kinds. Does it have a little carrot or does it have a little barcode in the app?
I
Mine
think,
has a carrot.
okay, that's what I was gonna say. I think it's a carrot. Yep.
So that's the one to get.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. Have I answered everybody's questions? Okay, great. Well, this will be available on the replay. And I will also be putting it back up on Facebook because apparently it did not save.
Mary,
Yes.
could you, I'm so mental. I don't know how to get to Teachable anymore. Um, can you put a link in or something?
I put a link in for that's in the chat for access to this program. For the people that are our program members, our education platform is in the process of changing from Teachable to Podia. That is
Okay.
actually happening this week. Not this week, this month. And so Metabolic Reset is going to be offered through Podia. And the link is right now in the chat. It is also in the newsletter, and it'll be coming out again in about a week and a half. And if you still don't get it, feel free to text us. Michelle or Kelly will definitely send you the link, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Welcome, everybody. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'm looking forward to seeing many of you in the Metabolic Reset next month. Enjoy the rest of the summer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.